Hey guys, what is up? It's Duncan, and today I'm really excited to say I have an absolutely 100% legit full rundown of the iPhone 4G/HD. Tons of stuff just happened, guys. Gizmodo actually got a hands-on of the next iPhone. They proved beyond any shadow of a doubt that it is 100% real, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a full rundown, pictures, all those leaked pictures we saw, yep, they're real. Specs, everything you probably want to know, and all kinds of just great stuff. Guys, it's leaked. Anyway, let's get this one started. Okay guys, so let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys just the straight up facts right now. The story about how people are getting this and all kinds of stuff is a little bit shady right now, but I'll go ahead and give you guys the facts that we do know. And that is that Gizmodo has had the next iPhone for about a week now. I don't know how they got it. They said it the same story that they got it at a bar. I'm not even going to get into that, but it doesn't matter because they do have it and it is real, there's no doubt. So what they've done is that they have checked it in iTunes, Xcode, and System Profiler. And each time when they plugged it in, it showed up, and that's a good thing, because if it was a fake, it would have been almost impossible to have it show up like that. In addition, it did not show up as a 3G or a 3GS. It showed up as an unidentified object, or, well, that sounded weird, but an unidentified phone. So that pretty much guarantees that it is real. In addition, they did take it apart somewhat, and all the parts in it were packed super tight, just like you would expect in Apple products, and they're all branded Apple and everything. Guys, there's no doubt whatsoever that this is the next iPhone. Okay guys, so I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the features. It's a very iPad-influenced design. No longer is it kind of, lots of tapered lines and everything. It's a lot more squared off, but I kind of like it. It looks pretty cool. Now, the way it is that the front looks almost identical. The only major difference you can see from the front is the fact that it now has a front-facing camera. And yes, guys, it does, finally. Along the sides, you'll see that the buttons kind of look a little bit odd, but it's all a metal ring around the phone. It's a little bit different than the normal bezel. It's not quite as shiny, so hopefully it won't be so prone to scratching and everything. Now, when you flip it over onto the back, it's totally flat, and I really like that. It looks very, very modern, and it just kind of looks like a new phone. It's kind of hard to say. Now, they actually do not know what the back is. They were kind of a little bit unsure whether if it's like glass or ceramic or something. But in any case, it looks like it's going to be of pretty high quality. Another cool new feature about the next iPhone is that it has a higher quality camera as well as flash. No, not the kind of flash you're thinking. It actually has a camera flash. The camera, we do not know exactly how high of quality it is. But hopefully it's gained a couple megapixels and maybe gained like maybe 720 video shooting. But what we do know for sure is that it does now have a flash, which is fantastic. Two more features of the new iPhone is that it now has noise cancellation via a secondary microphone in the back. This is a feature in the Nexus 1, and it really does seem to help the call quality. It really cleans up the audio and automatically, gets rid of all the background noise, which in a phone as powerful as, the Nexus 1 and likely the iPhone, that's a really good feature. Now we move on to the display. Now we, of course, do not know the exact specs yet, but it does appear that the screen is slightly smaller than on current iPhone models, which is a little bit of a surprise. We don't know the exact size, but I think it probably might be just a little bit smaller. But what it lacks in size, it's going to make up with resolution, as they weren't actually able to open up the phone physically, but what they were able to do is get it to the the Connect to iTunes screen, and basically just purely comparing that to Connect to iTunes screen on another phone, they could easily tell that it looked much, much better. You couldn't see any pixels. So the good money, I would think, is on a 960 by 480 display. Although we don't know for sure, it definitely looks like that right now. Now, they weren't actually able to get the iPhone running. It supposedly is running 4.0, which makes sense. But Apple was able to remotely kill it, which I 100% believe, because of course they would have a kill switch. So unfortunately, they actually aren't able to use the phone. Basically, all I can do is get it to the restore screen, the connect to iTunes. But guys, based on the information we have so far, there's no doubt whatsoever in my mind that this is the next iPhone. Now, the software, there might be some new things, and of course we don't know all about the maybe like the specs, like the processor and the RAM and that kind of thing. But what we do know for sure is that the design, and I like the design. It's not perfect. There's a lot of like lines and stuff that kind of seem a little bit odd, but I really don't think it's going to be that big a deal. The iPhone, this is the first really redesigned iPhone, in my opinion, that really has moved it forward, because really, since the very first iPhone, you could compare all three of the iPhones we have out today, and they all look extremely similar. This one doesn't go a long way, but it's much thinner, and it loses a lot of the tapered lines for more straight, angular lines, which I like a lot. Anyway, guys, that's about all we know about the iPhone 4G/HD. We still don't know the name. But, yeah, guys. So, definitely leave me a comment what you think. Personally, I really, really like it. Design looks really good in my opinion. I was never a huge fan of all the, the tapered lines and everything. And I really like that it's thinner. And it actually looks like it's going to get a little bit smaller as well. Not by a large amount, but it's just going to be enough. So anyway, guys, that's my full wrap-up. I will definitely stay tuned to the channel. I will be doing many, many, many more videos as we get more information and all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.